Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Brian coming to you with another Blurred Broadcast video where we review and discuss everything from comic books to animated movies to video games to sci-fi and all of nerd culture. So, if you haven't seen it, Falcon and the Winter Soldier is on like episode 4. So I will be discussing some things that are in episode 4. So if you haven't seen the show and you were trying to see the show, cut this off, go watch it, come back, watch this. So for starters, the show is, it is what it is. It's like a cool little buddy cop spy movie, kind of sorta. And oddly enough, aside from all the little controversial insertions or like little things that they put in there, I actually do like the show for the most part. And it's really not that bad. But my favorite though gotta be John Walker, aka US Agent, because he's always been my favorite. He's not my favorite, but I've always appreciated the US Agent as a character, and John Walker as a character. I always appreciated that it was like he wasn't Captain America, you know what I mean? Because Captain America, I respect Captain America, but John Walker's a different dude. He does things a lot differently. He might have a gun on him. He might be doing, whatever the case may be. He's a little more raw. Captain America is definitely, blue Boy Scout and everything like that. John Walker, not that guy. John Walker's the dude that's finna go and he might break some bones. He might kill somebody, stuff like that. So I always appreciated him. He's always kind of been like the, maybe like a cross between Captain America and the Punisher, if anything, kind of sort of. So I always appreciated that. And like I said, the show has some little annoying parts in there, like the part where, Sam and Bucky get stopped by the cops and you're like, okay, they're really pandering or they're really trying to push this like specific like controversial thing and insert it into this thing. And then the way that what's her name, Carly Morgenthau or whatever, which should be Carl Morgenthau, which I don't know why they gender bent that character or whatever. How she's a super radicalist, but she doesn't know she's radical, and she's having this weird conversation with Sam Wilson that's supposed to be on like the level of like two black characters talking to each other. I thought that was kind of annoying. But like I said, I digress. But anyway, so after that, one of the things that bugged me the most about this show is how much they dumbed down Bucky Barnes. They dumbed down the Winter Soldier so much in this show. It's crazy. It's insane. Because let's see. So the Winter Soldier, aka Bucky Barnes, he is one of the only super soldiers on the side of the good guys. So Sam Wilson, and John Walker, aka US Agent, and what's his name, Lamar Hoskins, what's his Battlestar. They're all regular dudes. Well, until John Walker takes his super soldier serum, which is my favorite part in the whole show. And he goes absolutely nuts. But anyway, so Bucky, he's the only super soldier in the thing, right? But it's so weird. And he has countless years of combat experience. I think it's weird that they dumb him down so much. He's having such a hard time. He gets his ass kicked so much in the show where it's ridiculous. He gets beat up by a bunch of the flag smashers. Carly, he gets beat up by some random dude when he's running up the stairs. He gets beat up by one of the Dora Milaje, which I kind of get, which I would give them, but also Bucky is a super soldier. My thing is like, he is faster and stronger and they had him whooping ass in the bar scene. In the bar scene, they had him whooping ass. Like he could have tore the whole building down, tore the whole bar down, probably killed everybody in there if he wanted to. They had him looking like a badass for a minute. But let there be other characters involved. Like there's that one scene where, like I said, where he's running up the stairs and some random dude on the Flag Smashers gets the drop on him, and it looks like he's struggling to fight said dude or whatever. Or that one scene where Carly, like there's a scene where Sam and Bucky meet Carly, and then they all realize that they had to be in another place at right now, and then Bucky tries to jump down and gets like drop kicked or whatever into a pillar or something crazy by Carly. And I'm like, yo, she's not some trained fighter. She's just a chick that has superpowers, which I give them, but that it's just crazy how they dumb Bucky down. And the other scene I was thinking of was the scene where what's his name? Where Bucky starts chasing Carly, and then she just vanishes. She like just evades him. And I'm like, bro, this dude is a world-renowned assassin, and you're telling me that he has countless years of combat experience, the same amount of years of combat experience that Steve Rogers has, if not more. And then you're telling me he just lost some like 18-year-old girl who just happens to have the serum or the abilities. Like, it's one thing to have the abilities and the serum, but it's another thing to have the experience and the ability to know how to use them. I mean, I'm pretty sure Bucky knows a bunch of fighting styles or whatever, whereas Carly Morgenthau is just some chick off the street that just happens to have superpowers. If you gave some random person Superman's powers, and then you gave some mixed martial artist Superman's powers, I mean, who do you think is going to win in a fight? That doesn't make any sense. That they dumb Bucky down, and I think that's insane. And you see it throughout the entire show, and I think it sucks that they even have to do that in television or any kind of movie period, because they did that, like I said, in The Incredibles. Even in The Incredibles, they had they had Mr. Incredible. The first Incredibles was amazing. Both characters were thriving. You know what I mean? They had both of them doing amazing stuff at the same time. But in the second Incredibles, they had Mr. Incredible looked like a depressing heap of trash, and then they had Mrs. Incredible just living her life and doing her best and all kind of stuff. And I thought that was really strange. And it shows in this too. And I think it happens all throughout all kinds of movies and television, and it's kind of weird. One of the things I will say is one of the things I noticed in this movie, and I've noticed this only in another moment, and it might have happened in other stuff, but I can honestly say this is the second time I've noticed it, is normally what they do is in TV and movies, they usually throw guys like just random men or whatever in as like fodder, or like they just take random L's like henchmen or just random, like just super randos on screen. I noticed it in the episode in The Mandalorian where they're fighting in the cafeteria, and all the stormtroopers, they respond to the cafeteria after like Bill Burr and Pedro Pascal kill that captain. They're just a random bunch of stormtroopers that keep coming in the cafeteria, and they just keep taking L's. They just keep shooting all the stormtroopers that come in, right? And there's one female stormtrooper that comes in and gets shot. There's like one, and I was like, oh wow, that's crazy that they just threw that chick into the line of fodder that they normally put men in. And there's this other scene in Falcon and the Winter Soldier where they put some random chick, one of the assassins, or they turned into like a weird John Wick moment where everybody's hunting Bucky and Falcon and Baron Zemo and what's her name, Peggy Carter or whatever, or what? Yeah. No, not Peggy. Sharon. So everybody's hunting them down, and there's this random scene where Bucky throws this crazy like metal pipe or whatever into this random this assassin's shoulder, and I'm like, oh man, they like really had that chick take an L real fast. Although she didn't die like most like all the other seem to have died, she still took a loss. And I was like, I noticed that. I've been noticing that they've been doing that a little bit more here and there, and throwing chicks in like the line of fire and actually making them take losses. So I thought that was kind of weird, but that was my take on the whole thing. That's what I noticed in the show. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's people making videos out the wazoo of Falcon and Winter Soldier. So I kind of wanted to do something a little different as opposed to the actual show and just how they dumb down Bucky Barnes. If you agree, if you agree, cool. If you don't agree, cool. Like, share, comment, and subscribe on to the video. If you like my content, I'm gonna be building more stuff. I also stream on Twitch at Blurred Broadcast. You can catch me on Twitter and Instagram at Blurred Broadcast. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.